The first waves that were ever out was the Disco Danny wave, the tidal wave for poppers, which is very old, you know, they go back and catch it. There's no standing still. It was just really, it was the wave. So a person who was doing real good moves, they'll go. They're in puppet style, and they'll come over.
Maybe orbit you about.
Right, and that also the old man twister players come out there too. But sometimes to turn like a twister player, they do this, and then they do the wave, just so you can see it from the front, like these people did this. So the other wave that was a modern dance wave. I could say one more on it. This modern dance is contemporary. Girls who used to go do ballet, but they couldn't do ballet, but they know how to.
What was it called again?
Contemporary wave.
Well, I mean, did it have another name?
It was just a. Sometimes they call it the bird. Sometimes they call it other shit because you know
the
sometimes
bird?
they do it two
The
arms.
bird. Oh shit.
Not the bird like the.
Oh, okay.
But this contemporary thing where they would go up, the girls would go to some classes. They're not doing straight formal ballet. But they're doing
improv
jazz. You know, like movements. So they go here and they go slow down. Come back. So this was a wave.
Yeah.
The other two that was really important, that was really known, were tribal waves. So the Polynesian wave, which is and the Gypsy wave, which was sort of Medusa-like. So let me get it right. Like you should do this good. You can stop it and go. You can vibrate if you want to. But it's like, then you end up covering with it.
1726.
Oh my God. It's different cobras because everybody else who learns cobra now got the language that cobra is just your chest and just a step around. Because that's the only thing they learned to see. That nobody knew where it was, where the original came from.
Right.
So with the three being done mainly, which is Disco Danny, Contemporary,
Contemporary, and the tidal wave, the whole body.
I saw a person do the tidal wave. Said when he's going down, I had to go against the wall and try to learn it, and try to do this. Then to get back up, I just reversed it. So if I can reverse it off the wall, I can reverse it standing still. So I learned how to go up and down, which was like really advanced compared to the tidal wave. Was a very hot thing. So I learned how to turn it back up. It's tight compared to people used to go back.
Those breaking sessions?
Yeah. I go, oh, you going back?
I just got invited.
I can step into you.
I went and then last week.
Right, and I didn't do it like it wasn't complex. It was very simple shit to do. And then when they said, this is the tidal wave. Okay, yeah, but y'all only getting one wave. So all the waves that used to be done with your arms was close to this. So people who was pop like they go.
Close to the.
Trace wave, it was just close to the Polynesian, but one arm, like a washboard, one arm.
Right.
Sometimes they, you know, them little dolls that get on the.
Yeah. Wait, this is the Polynesian, and this.
That's a gypsy.
The gypsy.
Egyptians used to do this because the Egyptians were the ones who brought the story of Medusa to life.
Right.
So that's where that comes from. The Polynesians, the Hawaiians, who do the Haru.
With the arms up.
They do a version of belly dancing. Russian, but
That's dope.
Yeah.
You produce that shit or you
So those had influence on bathing?
yes, they did.
I'm serious, bro.
Cultural. It
They
makes
were
sense.
cultural already. We wasn't using it in the street dance.
Right.
So this one, I saw this one. I started doing this
Sir,
one.
I know you're famous and a legend and everything, but you're going to have to back up your way.
You famous and legend too. Like you, I know you famous and legend. You have to back up too. Look. So I seen them do this modern dance thing, and all I did was say, well, why everybody's down here? Because all the waves were down here. So if that's the case, what if I could do that like this? So this is where the start of a straight board on the way came. Then I learned how to do what's called a microwave first because I was just trying to see how the birdie moving.
Oh yeah. Straight board to microwaves.
Right, straight, right off the bat, not later on. It was the first thing I had to do was this.
Yeah.
And then I learned how to make a trick of the wave, which means the trick of the wave is 4 movements to make the same wave illusion without waving.
Yeah.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So doing this, I was going, Okay, well if I do this, I only did 4 moves. I didn't turn my elbow, I didn't go deep, I didn't do none of the stuff that everybody who learned later do. I just
Like knuckles, shoulders,
shoulders,
knuckles.
shoulders.
Oh shit.
You try it. It's really funny because you can't feel you doing it. But when you do it, you just look. I'm sorry. Can you stand there? Can you see a wave when he's doing this? See if you see a wave.
There is no extension or connection between the chest.
You don't have an extension or connection to any deep enough, right? Okay, now just do. That's too deep. Watch this. Just hold your hands up straighter. And this time when you get through moving out, bring your shoulder up after the count. You know, don't go one, like a ticket, two. Just go 1, 2. It's already flowing.
You're also negating your elbow a little bit.
That's right.
Use your elbow.
No, negate it. Negate it at this moment. Try it. So you going up and down. But this, watch. Look at this. I'm gonna cheat as best I can. Watch. First, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing.
I'm used to the elbow, so it's tough without it.
Yeah. Watch.
Yeah, there you go.
It look like it could be fluid because I learned when my hand went out just to make my shoulder come forward. Look, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And I just let it go back. So I'm pushing and going back.
Yeah.
Then I push this one forward.
Like right here in your
that
elbow.
No, that's what everybody says. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's cheats around all that shit that everybody can learn.
See, I'm the best popper to ever look.
That's great. Go ahead, be the best popper.
Don't listen to him. Don't let him talk shit.
Go be the best popper. Ain't nothing wrong. It ain't nothing wrong with people being a better popper, even than me. The problem is I created it. There's a difference between that. I'm just being real true. And the herald is the person who's better than the person who creates. Creator says, there you go.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with it? I brung it here. Ha ha. And somebody says, if I got the weapon you got, I'll be a bad motherfucker. That's what people do. If I can hit like you, or dance like you, or flex like you, or hit the floor like you, or box like you, or swagger like you, then I'll be really bad. I'm gonna take it. I'm getting it. I'm practicing it. That's what life is. Some dude brings it to the table.
Yeah.
It could be by mistake or whatever. The other dude says, I like that. I'm gonna use that. And then they work on it.
Where was the first trace wave?
When I try to teach somebody how to do this that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So once you try to do it, the person's showing you go, oh, you gotta do this first, you gotta do that, and then you say, break it down, and then they tell you to do what it's called, still the trace wave. The person was saying, I do this, no, I want you to see this. This is not only a trace wave, but it's a tick wave at the same time. They're being done. It's called steps. When you learn any move you ever learn, it's done in steps.
Yeah.
That means every move you've ever learned that's basic is a tick. I don't care if it's heel toe. Do heel toe. Okay, well, do it like you're going to teach somebody. What's the first step if I didn't know how to do what you're going to tell me to do?
Heel, toe.
1, 2.
Yeah.
That's ticking.
Thinking. Yeah, look at it.
And what else I do after that? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
See, I'm ticking.
Yeah.
Now do that faster. Let me show you what happens when you do that faster. What you did was cheated a way that you didn't know. Let me explain that to you. Watch my heel and toe. Since I went in heel, since I went in heel, then toe, to make this one go up, it went to my thing. And if I bring that down and bring this up, I'll just get away. Look. Now no tick. So that's why you got to learn the difference between breaking a move down into what you call tick, which is supposed to be breaking it to learn or to show how it's done, and the effect. The effect has no breakdown and no personal rhythm. When you try to do something, the breakdown can be on time or it can just be done for steps. But the effect, which means when you're at full effect, the effect kicks the ass over the ticking, even though the ticking gives you something to do for a crowd. So if I did this for a crowd, it means I'm teaching them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They go, oh, I see that tick going through it. And if it's to the beat, they love it, okay? You go, you can do a bounce tick. You can do all that. But to do the wave, to look smooth and try to get that effect, that's the genius. That's what you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
So the trace came from you just pointing at
just
people.
Pointing it out to people to try to learn to teach it. And them trying to do their own to teach it. Like me, my wave did like this. Some people do this. My wave is on top. Some people do my wave is to the side. Some people, my wave is under the bottom.
Yeah, I recently heard that Nobo and Tyrone.
He's a soap watch. He's the bottom. He's the first.
Yeah, he did it underneath.
He's the first soap. It's called a soap trace.
Soap trace.
Okay. Soap. Why?
Soap.
Why?
Do it.
I put soap in my hand.
Yeah. Yes, you
do.
He do this, he go, I'm washing soap. And then when I go down my hand, I go under my hand. I'm washing my shoulder. It's under my arm. Then I'm pushing the ball to the other hand. And then I push that down my body.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so he's in the puppet though. He's in the old school puppet. So there's a little up, tick down, and then straight back. He's out on the 4 count, he's on the 3 count. Then he goes. Then he does the twist off the same way though. See, his foot is in ticks. Clacking his foot goes over, twig. That's his taking style. It's really just he think he's roboting, but since he got so much basic waving in him as a control, he's between. He's not on the robot. He's not really that mechanical, but he thinks he's. And he let a whole crew have that style. Daryl Stokes has that style.
Who? Who's it?
Daryl Stokes.
Yes.
Bro.
I bet you could copy anyone.
I can't copy anyone, but I can clown. That was the old day about being a clowner. Yeah. A clowner was almost doing it. A copier, like a person telling comedy who can imitate someone, you're imitating. So when you get good at imitating, you look like the person. When you're clowning them, you look enough like the person that a person can associate. A little bit of humor.
And I like to do troll.
What's trolling?
So it's like, say I'm exchanging with a friend, like Orbit, he does this a lot, and then you saw him do that thing. So earlier I was like,
well, that's clowning.
It's like negative clowning.
That's clowning.
Yeah.
It's like mean clowning.
Oh,
yeah, it's like a meme like type of thing. So like I'm really yeah. It's
To
not
me,
like
that's clown dancing. So you see somebody who can do something. Let's say that they did it, and you know they do it a lot. You saying, I seen you do it. You used to say, you're trying to mark them, like you said, in a mean way, that you always do this. But the problem with that is everybody only do what they've ever learned to do. There's no such thing as doing 100 million every time you go out and use. That's no such thing. So I don't know why people act like that. But it used to be a lot that when people first started trying to get somewhere to look good, they take whatever they thought somebody looked good doing, and then they get caught biting on it. Breakers did it, hoppers did it, but there's no such thing as that. So if you're really good at hitting, it shouldn't be that just because I say you about me. I get to say you influenced by me, then I have to see if you're still better than me. Can you do what I can do with it, or have you just got trapped at just the hit? And that's what a lot of people do. They get trapped at learning the one thing that they learn. So turtles get trapped in tuts, and they go, I'm better at tut, and then they go meet another turtle, then they gotta go, oh shit, I have to catch up with that person. So that, you have to
battle.
Yeah, real battles are supposed to be that. There's no such thing as, this is not a battle.
No, the real battle.
There's a grudge. I'm trying to prove something to you. You said I was sorry, or I'm telling you sorry. We have a grudge, and we're trying to prove to ourselves as well as the other. At the moment,
Good to see you. Holler when you're back.
So the real deal is that I don't think people understand that a battle has a battle language to it, and that it's not friendship. Or it don't mean you have to hate the person you want to kill them, but you want to make sure that they're not just taking your move. So if they want to try to meme you want to break them back with a meme of your own. You want to control them back. This is what you do. You say, nigga, that was my move. You trying to use me, blah, 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 blah. Because the crowd doesn't know who did what first or who belongs to what. There's no, we don't have copyrights for moves in popping, right? So, I didn't invent like 3 things, but I do mean I innovated because I wasn't trying to do those. So when you see a move that you're trying to do, but you don't know how to do it, you get stuck to the highest level you can get it, that doesn't mean you created your own style. It meant you couldn't get the style right. So it just means you was limited to wherever you. So if I try to do a straight split and I never put my knee down because it ain't a straight split, it don't mean I created a new way to do a split. I do it my way, of course, but I didn't create shit new. It's just I couldn't do the one that I was trying to do. Okay, now what if... I'm just trying to say the real truth. But what if you end up getting to learn how to do something you saw somebody else do and you get it pretty good? That means your imitation level, your physical ability, and your ability to do it, capability was good. Now, do I do it better now? What I'm going to do to make it better? It ain't that you beat that. It's that I got that now. How do I use it? How do I now use it? So that
Just
makes
like someone gives you water, what can you do with that water besides, you can hydrate yourself, you can plant something, you can put out a fire.
Right. Well, you're like me. I think of functional shit to do with it. I don't just think that other things. You can also just throw it up and spit it out, blow it. You can do a lot of shit with it. But if you get it, what's functional? So So to me, I'm a functional thinker, which is why I don't try to get into move battles, choreography move battles with people, because that wasn't my specialty. My specialty was effects. So again, I didn't create the vibrate. Vibrate was out years before me. Vibrate was out, but I never could vibrate good. I could never vibrate. So I tried it. I tried to vibrate like vibrators. I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't make a crowd like me if I vibrated. So it didn't work. So some people, and you can see, and they go, oh. I said, I can't feel that. I can't see it.
Somebody got a parking ticket? Probably the DJ or something.
Just a receipt.
It's just receipt. Oh, okay. But I learned how to, instead of vibrating that way, when I wanted to focus on vibrating, I learned how to become a mechanical vibrator. But you can't use that in the battle. What I mean by that is, okay, just do a vibrate. Just do which like any vibrate. You don't have to move. Vibrating is no moving. Just so you know to lie about vibrating. Vibrating does not move. Vibrating is stay still. That's true. Yeah. When you start to move your hand, you're animating, you're Sinbadding, you're strobing. Got you. Yeah. I brought that to the table. Yeah. That's why I say that's why. So if you do vibrate, you stay still. So vibrate, stay still. See how hard it is to tense your muscle to stay still. If you move, it's a lot easier. Right? Try it. Don't say woo. You awesome. The more I know you. Tie your nail. So that's great. So here's my cheat for every last person here for vibration. I'll start with you first. I can't vibrate, but if I do this, I can get great. You know why? Because you create tension for me. Yeah. I don't have to stop myself. Your body creates the tension. So if somebody, if I told you put your hand on him and vibrate, you just do it. See, you doing it my way. You cheated. You're supposed to do what you do, right? Because people don't know what to do without my way. So people go, and this is not enough for your arm to be tensioned like this. They go, oh man, I got you. But I go like this, and I'm actually poking him, but this vibration, because of the way my hand is being tensioned as well. Yeah. So, but you can't do that. The only way I used to do that when person was vibrating, you vibrate? I was like, dude, you don't want to vibrate against me, man. I'm good, man. If I vibrate, I'll take your woman from you, man. He go, what you talking about? I said, man, I can't walk up to you and be touching you and doing this shit, but where's your girl at? Where's your girl at? Stand her up. Come on. So this is your girl. I say, put your hand on her shoulder. Put your hand on your girl's shoulder, man. And I'm gonna put my hand up here. We gonna see who she gonna tell us who's the best vibrator. So you vibrate. You vibrate on here. You go.
Oh my God.
Right, and he's real good. And then I go, well, I can do it with your hand. I go. And she said, ooh. And she go, ooh. And they go, oh, nigga. Oh, it's so cheaty. You stupid. No, it was really. It's because I couldn't. You can't use that in the battle. The dude could use the vibrate on me in the battle. I couldn't use it back. I can only show that I'm vibrating if the person can say, oh, he really, oh shit, I can feel it vibrate. So then you go, ooh. And I go, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Right? And then I got tired of not being able to do that. Since I got tired of not being able to vibrate like that.
You got a laptop?
I decided I could try to learn how to move.
Yeah.
And learning how to move was a mistake. It wasn't. I told people so people got a whole life talking about his Ray Heisenberg movies, and he started. That's claymation he was doing. Also, there was Gumby. Gumby was out before there was Sinbad. Gumby was out. Gumby's also animated clay motion.
Who was the first to do that?
The first to do claymation?
Yeah, or even copy Gumby.
Was before Eisenhower. But Eisenhower did Sinbad series movies that made sense of skeletons and Pegasus and shit like that. Yeah. But Gumby was a kid thing, already doing fire truck and this little thing, and right after Fix the Cat comes Gumby with this little, he skates when he rolls and runs and shit. He's tight, but it's clay.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? I don't know. And they turn this stuff into anything. And then there was another program of some clay characters that did that same thing and they moved nice. One thing go, I can't remember, it's like Ghost. Something like the Ghost Man, something. He got the Chadaka and the ship producer. Yeah, they move and they go, you can see the vibration. So they were out before Ray Heisenhower movies. But by the time Popping
coming over,
kicking or getting ready to come where we was in LA, the movie Sinbad had made a comeback on the movies. So he had come out with 2 new movies. So there was the 7 Seas, Voyage of 7 Seas, blah, 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 blah. So a new movie came out. When I saw the new movie, it was the one with the skeletons coming off the beach. trying to fight.
Yeah.
So that was like the first thing to copy.
That was Sinbad.
I'm gonna be, huh?
That was Sinbad.
Yeah, it was Sinbad.
Yeah,
It was Sinbad. Sinbad had a lot of movies. Sinbad, The Seven Sailors, Sinbad, Trickle Mum's Prophecy, Daddy's Holiday. There's a lot of movies. But this one movie, the skeletons, they came off the ground, and you know they were the old ones that died. They picked up the shield and the sword.
Andre, did you create this?
I didn't. So
Be the first person to start?
the first person to do it, not the first person who created it. So that's
Right.
So claymation is not dancing in real life. Claymation is clay pieces taken by poles and moved and then filmed and then ran. Like they do flip duck
You were the
animation.
first as a dancer.
I'm the first person who saw that as a way to do, in my mind, slow motion. In my mind, I was doing slow motion. You know, so if I told you to raise your hand at me like this, you gotta put that down. Raise your hand at me, point at me. Quick, just do it fast. Now, I want you to tick that and do it. See, you can't go fast. Do it again. See, there's a timing because you're trying to stop and go. So I thought I was doing slow motion. Like I'm gonna walk up to you, but I'm doing some quick ticks. This is slow motion. Like, I wasn't trying to Sinbad or strobe. I was trying to slow motion. That was my idea.
Yeah.
I told you I didn't create slow motion.
Yeah.
Slow motion was out, but slow motion used to be a very extreme movement.
Yeah.
If you do slow motion in the thing,
Right.
With no tension.
yeah, it was no
Right,
tension. It was very loose and awkward. And I wanted to do slow motion in a way that it was what my body was doing.
Right.
Click, 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 which means I was ticking very fast. But I was just and that's my slow motion.
Would you call that ticking or animated?
To me, they're the same. But
All right.
to y'all, the people who come later who do it see something and they say something, they get a name, and they change everything up, but it's the same. Look, what's it? So if I just do this, form framing, okay. If I do this, you're gonna say it's ticking.
Yeah.
Or somebody gonna say
Yeah,
it's
with
ticking.
the arm, yeah.
Right? If I do this even quicker than that, what are they gonna say then? It's still ticking,
Yeah.
but they're gonna probably say it's strobing. Or if I do this, they're gonna say it's 3D. But it's all this is exactly the same. It's just the difference. It's not it's not evolution. It's the same. It's timing, acceleration is all it is. Smaller increments. That's all it is. So when you get in your car, you guys got cars, right?
Yeah.
Everybody don't have them, but you've seen them.
In Arizona, you gotta have one, man.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm just saying, if you get in a car, what is the difference between going 1 mile an hour and 60 miles an hour?
Quite a bit.
Like what?
Like
what is your
speed.
car doing?
Moving hella fast.
But is it doing anything different?
No.
When you,
It's not.
that's
It's
all
the
I
same
have to
thing. Yeah.
All I have to say, this is what you went to. If I'm going 5 miles an hour and I'm going 35 a mile, what happened? I put my foot on a pedal to get the acceleration up. The car is doing exactly the goddamn thing it was doing. If you put it in drive and you step on the gas, it's gonna go woo, 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 and it gets quicker and quicker and quicker. When you wanna go faster, it goes faster. That's the only difference that's doing. The only. And when you take your foot off of it, no more acceleration, it's not burning, it slows down. It don't mean it coming necessarily to a stop, but it will slow down. So you have to use a brake to,
So I've heard that ticking was this rapid motion without hitting, and then strobing was with the hit. Or vice versa, I don't
again, you
remember.
guys are adding semantics and people. So people who are seeing. So first of all, let me say this. First of all, to do it, you don't gotta know shit about it. All you gotta do is see it and try to do it. So you don't
Fair.
gotta know who did it. You don't gotta know what it is.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
I legit like.
Right? Nobody had to really give you the definition of breathing or seeing when you was born to do those things. They gave you what you was doing after so you could learn, hey, talk to me, look this way, whatever. But you was doing the shit before. So if you see somebody do this and you do this, you don't gotta care. It don't care what the name and the title is. You can do it without all that history.
I love the shit that you do.
That's number one I'm gonna say before I give you history. If I do this,
Hey, bro, do that shit all day. That's what I did on my company. You know what I'm saying?
and I do this,
Hunger is what forces people to look at you.
what really am I doing?
Just do exactly what you're doing. For real.
One, I saw a hit.
Okay, you're gonna see a lot of hits. What if I do this?
I saw it speed. difference in speed.
What's the difference between that and what I'm doing now?
It's like, and maybe I'm way off base, but like, it's like texturizing the same thing.
I love texturizing. I never heard that word.
Yeah, it's like texturizing.
That's the first time I heard texturizing to that. I would just say all I do is add effects.
So like for me, it's like the reason why it's a texture difference is because textures give you different feelings.
Yeah.
So it's like you're doing the same thing, but given that small change, the texturize is giving you just a different feeling. It's a different feeling from when he says, "Oh, I'm gonna boom boom" to.
Texture is a great name. In fact,
I think texture
that should be somebody's dance name.
Texture.
Okay, so while I'm at this, I'm gonna tell you, because the debate that you're asking is not that it's a hard debate or anything. It's like I'm telling you, you got 1,000 people over 1,000 years who've changed and explained it different. When you explain it, you're gonna say, I like what this person told me. You tell him, but then they like another way somebody else told them.
Yeah.
So that's the confusion of who's giving you the definition.
Yeah.
So here's the problem. Until you got what is called insight.
Like 5 steps.
Insight is you're able to break it open and see what it was doing, and now you can control that. You can come up with your own definition. Until then, you got to take a definition given to you. Right? That's just how it goes. I don't care where you want to learn. It's just how it goes. Listen. But if you created this concept in your brain and gave it a name because that's the closest name you could do, once you give that name to the next person, he's going to take the name you give him, or if you didn't give him a name, he's going to make a name of it.
Yeah.
The reason why there's a strobe and a 3D is because everybody didn't get the same goddamn name at the same time.
Yeah.
And then somebody later on said, no, well, that's this instead of that. When you go and do house dancing, we call house dancing generally, all the dancers in there have different names from different places. They do the same dance at a different state.
Yeah.
At one time, there was this thing called, oh, this mine. Don't be cheating. You trying to cheat me. Mine's broken. Mine's broken, right? That's not. Okay, that ain't yours. I saw you over here sneaking the cake. Take my. No, when you leave. I'm going back home after tonight. Tonight? Yeah, I'm just. Don't try to kidnap me. I'm gonna call the police.
I'll see you at Solstice.
Kidnapping.
We'll see you at Solstice.
Kidnapping people. Kidnapping. Call suspect in red with a hat trying to kidnap a nigga. So the difference is, again, definitions come after titles. Definitions don't come before titles. Definitions come after. Because the person say, what is that? I heard the name. What's bopping? Yeah. Well, shit, it's robot dancing. But I heard this person said that. Yeah, well, I only gave the quickest word. I'm not giving truly what I feel it is, because I felt it's too long to communicate to everybody what it truly is. Plus, it makes me mad once I tell them what it is, they try to stick that to there. Like when I used to tell people bopping was me roboting a poppy. That was the best name I could give it. I'm a roboter or a popper. I do roboting and popping. That was the best I thought I could give. But somebody else came up to me, well, how'd you get your name? Then that was confusion. Why? Because my name was Robot Dre. Boppin Andre. When Poppin came out, oh, you Poppin Andre? No, with a B. And I wanted to tell them I'm Boppin, not a P, but they gave me the name. So I didn't create my name, but my name stuck with me for 2 reasons. One, I looked like I was a upscale robot, like I was beating the robots in that day because I was almost adding Poppin. Right? And not that I could beat them at robot, but I can robot and I can add something that they wasn't ready to add.
Texture
effects. And robot. I was a robot. You're a robot pop. I was a robot and pops.
How you treated me, right? You guys saw it.
I didn't see much, really.
Requesting backup suspects on westbound Sepulveda on Crenshaw.
Yeah.
Suspects hailing Crenshaw and Sepulveda.
So the difference in that though is that there was a song that was out from Parliament Funkadelic. The George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic. They started a thing called Uncle Jam's Army. That's not the Uncle Jam's Army that was in L.A. They named their stuff after Parliament Funkadelic to become a dance crew because they love the funk that they was bringing out. But in their analogy of songs, theme from the Black Hole, they had a thing says Bop Gun. Where'd you get your bop from? So my name being Bop coming around the time that I was a new robot looking, or I was a stiffer popper. So all the other poppers who were bop. So I was very uniquely in the blend. Right. So robots was doing this. I could do that. I could. Double thick peanut butter. And then the poppers, who was like, they was really basically, some of them look like they do today still. Some of them poppers still pop the same, they hit, they move, they shake. And I go, oh, I could do that too. So I was doing that too. I was like, I could do that. I could do the one arm. I could copy or clown them, but I couldn't differentiate myself. So if I robot, I look like the robot. If I pop like I look like the poppers. I decided that was too sloppy for me. Go back to the robot, but add the speed, the texture of speed. And that speed, going faster, made me look like I hit. First, it was made me look like I hit. I don't have to hit certain moves. So popping wasn't, like I said, it was a bouncy thing. What you got? It was like, I got this. You just do the moves. You don't have to have. You didn't have to have a hit or trimmer or a pose. Just do the moves. But then later, trying to move it quicker, you'll see some people go, they snap their legs tighter. This is them trying to be me without knowing it. I'm just trying to hit harder. Trying to be me, but I want that hit. So there's right after comping poppers who did double legs. Some dudes wanted to hit extra hard. They heard, this dude hit hard. I'm gonna hit hard. Boom. They became jack poppers. This is called jack popping. They hit extra hard.
Jack popping.
Because they hitting.
Yeah. I've known that as banging or bangs.
That's what bangers are today.
Yeah.
Bangers are jack poppers. Because that's after they found out what they was doing and who they were supposed to do it for.
Right.
They met me now. Oh, we want to hit hard like this gorilla tank. We want to take over some shit. So they became jack poppers, but they called it banging, like you know. And I got mad at them calling it banging because they was taking on the Association of Game Bangers who could got poppers in troubles. It's a lot of game bangers on the streets who became poppers because they liked the dancing. But all the dancers who was first in it were doing it to stay out of trouble.
Damn.
That was the whole idea. So a lot of them see them, they go, oh man, that nigga, he hit, take it, oh, he a good dancer, take him over here.
Did you see that? Experience that?
Of course.
Firsthand?
I never game banged in my life, but all my family's are game bangers.
Yeah.
Dang.
I was a runaway at 15, so I'm also from the streets. I mean, really from the streets.
Yeah.
There's no place I couldn't go. So I don't have the same fear as a lot of people who say they can't go in and out of the neighborhood. I could wear red or blue, not because I thought, well, I'm ugly. I was from the street. I didn't have nothing to lose. So if I'm somewhere, like, where you from, nigga? What state you from? I'm from right here. You better, nigga, this you ain't from here, nigga. I'm gonna be here tomorrow, next week after next. I'm gonna be right over in that parking lot car right over there. And then nigga like, what? I said, man, don't mess with me because I know where you used to live at. You here. I can go. And it was real truth.
Yeah.
real truth. So I had my chances of squads, knocked in the back of the head. That nigga got hard. Yeah, I got hard because I have hard because I wasn't there to fight you. I just stood up because I didn't have nowhere else to go. So you can go back home and get your brother, your cousin, your mama. I gotta sit right here and bleed. You're like, I'm a dude. Don't let me fire. Okay, good. You want to do it? We can do it. I'm cool. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man, but ain't that dude who dance? Or ain't that dude who do martial arts? Or ain't that dude who draw? Or ain't that dude who I love doing. I think I'm a ball of people experiences. Like right now, I'm doing all this talking because I'm old, I'm 60. But when I was younger, I didn't do all this talking. Say, I would meet you, say, what you do? You say,
Right.
oh, I draw. You draw? Are you good? You go, yeah, I'm pretty good. Let me show you. You take out your pen. And then I go, well, how did you get that? You go, man, I shaded like this. And I go, oh, shit. And then you did pretty good. Oh, really? Okay. Pretty soon, like, oh, nigga, you good. Yeah, I'm an artist too. Same thing. I did that with and I found out in my life, and I'm saying stuff that may not be gems for you guys, but in my life, people didn't like me. They liked what they thought I could do.
Yeah.
I didn't have money, so they didn't like me for money.
Yeah.
I was still a homeless kind of guy. I still like to this day because I'm not afraid of it. I'm not scared of teeth and looking all glamorous for people. That's not my dream. As long as I can pay my way to go and eat and travel when I want to, I ain't trying to be super rich. I ain't trying to be jacked up broke. As long as I'm comfortable, I've done it. And many times I stayed with sisters, cousins, best friends. I'm homeless. I'm a bum. I even told my last girlfriend, I'm a bum. You got me mixed up. She said, let's go here and go to Hawaii. I don't got Hawaii money, but if you want to go, I'll go with you. I'm being truthful. I'm just being real truthful. And she said, well, we go. You gonna make money? Yeah, I can make money. I'm not afraid to make money. The reason why I can make money properly is I've been around so many people who've given me so many of their trades that I've learned to assimilate, and I can use them. So somebody go, hey man, can you draw? Oh, I can do graphic arts for you. Oh, you want to do a flyer? Yeah, I can do it. You want to do a website? I can do a website. Hey, dude, can you teach my kid martial arts? Yeah, I can do that. Give me some change. I'm great. You want to dance? Oh yeah, we can do it. Oh, you want to judge? My whole life is just being moved along somebody else's skill. So that's how I know when I'm spectating and when I'm participating. That's how I know that.
Do you still judge battles?
Yes, I do.
Word.
but I judge them whether I'm in them or judging or not.
That's what's
See,
up.
you guys got this idea of don't judge, no judge, but I believe that everybody judges. I believe everybody judges.
Yeah.
You have to learn to judge to decide what you even thought in your opinion was good. I like how that person looked. Sometimes people judge really on looks. Like looks. You look good, they look like
Yeah, the
costume
aesthetic, the way it looks.
And
Yeah.
sometimes they, for the most part, people judge on what. So it's kind of hard to say this without hurting everybody. You guys to me are more dancers than I would ever be. He's a dancer. He's a dancer. She's a dancer. She's a dancer. Y'all dancers. I got into animation because I couldn't dance. I got into robot because I couldn't dance. Robot is fuck it. Y'all up there, the people are like, ha, 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 hoo, I can clown the dance. Like, I still call it clowning when I can do it, you know. But I wasn't the one following and doing the soul. I wasn't doing none of that. I stood still.
Yes.
And then they say, oh, he's standing still. I go, yeah, but I can move a little. Oh, he's so mechanical. Oh, you see that? And that's how I got famous. Not because I was dancing.
Because I was standing still.
Look, I'm not lying to you. Look, I still have the habit. So if y'all notice when I go out, y'all may not know if y'all notice, but y'all, some of you clowning me, you'll notice. The deal is I don't dance from the cipher. I don't dance in the cipher either. I stand on the cipher, wait till I get ready to go, and I don't go, I'm gonna dance out from the cipher. I walk dead to the center where I'm gonna stand, I stand still. That's when I decide I want to do something. So this is a whole cipher.
Yeah.
People on the side
Walks in.
Dancing. Yeah, they dancing up. Even in the battle, they danced from the square they was on, all across the field, and then they were all the way back. Damn, they dancing the whole day. I'm gonna dance. Yeah, they hit the floor to get up. I go, Boppin Andre.
Shit.
Right at the center. Here, and I go. I always hit my ear like cleaning one out to hear the music, tapping the other one.
You're funny, man.
I'm telling the truth. You say, okay. I always tell the truth, but that's a problem. So if it was a battle, you would come from your chair dancing.
Yeah.
And you may make it to me, you may not. Some people come all the way to the person's face, some people don't. Some people. So when I come, that's the center. Boppin Andre battling, man in the chair. Okay. I go, should I stop at 50%, which will be here? Or should I stop at 75%? I didn't dance my ass. There's no time to get minutes still on the clock for my ass.
You're all the way up in front.
I'm right here in front of your face, look like I came to you. And then I go, okay. And then everybody go, he brave. He just walked his ass. He fighting. What is he gonna do? You know, he just came right up to him. And I don't have the ideal of distancing, so I don't care how close I am to you. Mine is just, I'm here. If you start to walk away, I feel like I won. I will now advance to take your spot. If you actually like, oh, I ain't finna shake his hand, I'm gonna move. Like, you know, you'd be like, I'm counting. When you count, I go into your space. And then I turn around like, this is my space. I just won that motherfucker. Literally, my brain is saying, I moved him out of his space.
Yeah.
So if I stand here close to you, though, and then I go, my first move, again, remember, you're a dancer. You was all over the field. You was on the floor. Everybody was, what this dude gonna do? I go, nope, I'm not gonna follow that. I'm gonna bring him into my world. My ass is to stay still. So I just go, and everybody go, shit, why? Why? Because I didn't move. That's how they going crazy, because I didn't move. They see the same effect that everybody else they see other people do now. Of course, it came from me first, but they don't know that. But they see me do this.
Yeah.
They go, oh, shit. Oh, shit, I ain't shit. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
So then I said, I gotta move. My trick for moving is, again, to simply copy a regular club dance and make it robotic. So I go, this is like the 2 steps. This is my way of doing this. So I go, robotic. Then I turn to the side and I go,
There's the dance, dude. There's a dance.
But
Come on.
But I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it like the robot. That's all I'm doing is changing dances into the robot.
Yeah.
So that's my
fire.
programming. And that's all I have to worry about. If I see somebody who's really good, you, all y'all good at ways, kill it the waves are poof. Y'all, because y'all are not mechanicalizing it, it's flow, it's the effect.
Yeah.
There's no ticks to it. It's,
Yeah.
ooh, it looks good. It's ooh. Everybody go, ooh. I go, shit, I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna do it like a robot. I do it. They go, oh! Why? Because I didn't dance it. I showed them like I'm like giving ABCs. You guys gave a whole conversation.
Right.
Shit. I go, shit. I don't get a conversation. I just give the ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. I'm done. I kid you not. That's what I do. All the time.
Yeah, but your technique is insane, dude.
Yeah.
My technique is good because, again, I'm not dancing. See, you guys are having to fight. We're doing a technique based from the dancer's point of view, which is always the groove and move. Mm-hmm. So before popping and locking came along, all dance movements was constant motion. Locking stopped it first. And locking stopped it because they tried to robot it. That's why it's called lock up, freeze, pose. You see, they're doing these things. High to the top, got you going up. Ooh, yeah, got you doing ooh, got you tied to what? Ooh, yeah. Like I say, okay, take that same move. Got you coming on. Ooh, got you coming on. Ooh, got you coming on. Go like here. So locking is disco with locks, with stops. And popping just added more stops. Popping did what you call framing. It took all of dancing out, but just went from pose to pose to pose.
What if I did it? What if I did it like this, like more hip hop style, like?
Okay, listen. If you do it hip hop style, they're gonna call you hip hopper. They're gonna think that your hands is doing choreography. That means that you're just making moves with your hands. You was your basic movement going. That's the dance. I can't no dancer. But if my hands scratch my balls, it's still on time to. There's nothing with the dance that you change. Once you change the tempo or the style of the dance, then they'll give you that you must have changed. So why do people
Tempo or style?
Tempo or style? So people really have a hard time with style.
So I got to stand still? I got to change the style.
But you could. So try to do that and stay still and just move. So first dance. First dancing because you're the dancer. Dancing.
I mean, I'm a b-boy originally,
okay.
so.
Now then freeze that up and then change it to poses. That's the reason why you call yourself doing frame, because you're a b-boy who is learning to take motion to motion with the hits. Musicality influence your frames. Musicality trying to get that. So you dancing, you moving. B-boy's tricks. I'm sorry to tell you this, because you know about yourself. B-boy's tricks was originally every house dance that they could learn, just like we learn house dances from here to there, they're party dancers. This whole thing was a party dance. This is it. But once a person says, I can do it up here, B-boy says, we want levels to it. So if I can do it here, I should be able to go down here. So whatever they did up, they just took to do it down. So if you get, when you get the 6 foot thing, when they go, that walk over 4 count, that becomes the 6th step of, I did that this way. It's the same. It's really, it's just I went to the ground.
Yeah.
Now, I'm standing up, I can do it. I can go to the ground.
Yeah.
That's why when this one go here, I'm going. Remember I'm old, so.
Yeah. Killing it, dude. Killing it. Oh shit. You know what's up?
I'm old, so I'm moving slow. Of course, I don't really got those take. I'm a clown dancer with that, but what I'm saying is the technique of using for current days is the musicality trick. It means stopping on a dime. So because you're stopping on a dime, but if you were standing up, you'd be doing the same thing. They would consider you either a tap dancer or a hooper or hip hop dancing, or because until you put the flavor that my hands was doing this, which is a language of b-boying, right? So hoopers, their hands is always to the side and drop. They downbeat is a drop. All right? If I did it like this, I'm a gangster. If I do it like this, see, so your language choreography gives the feel you in. You start doing this, now you crumping.
Right.
If you do the same move, stepping this, you're changing the language by what your hands are saying I'm supposed to do. Right? And when you're moving, all your movements is still pop locking. That's the way breakers cheat to stay on beat. They pop lock, but they don't worry about hitting. They just worry about getting into the right pose. So your choreography is this can go here, this can go here, this will move my hand up here, this will kick my leg. That's choreography. That's movement. You can call it what you want, but I'm just telling you that's.
So it's not a style.
It's definitely not style.
Not a style yet.
What is a style? This is gonna be the best. This is gonna be the best part. Rules. Styles is rules.
Well. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good. We got enough hats here. They're all about the same. So, are all our hats a different style or are they the same style?
Similar style, different style.
Yeah.
All our hats are the same style. These are baseball caps. Even if yours is done with an Army compete, the color doesn't make a style change. A black baseball cap doesn't make it a different style. That's your favorite color. It's an opinionated preference. Orange don't make your baseball cap. Now watch this. There's a difference between style. So if I had a cowboy hat on, or I had a workman's helmet on, or I had a Kango on, that would be a different style. A style is still a hat, but it doesn't look or function the way the other hats do. Now let's get to flavor. This is what makes people the most up. Yeah, there you go. Come on. Flavor. Put your hat on. Put your hat on. Flavor. One. Put your hat on. That's close enough. Put your hat on. Hold on. All right. That's flavor. The hats. Yeah. But a hat, regardless of color, even if we all have the same color, our flavor is how we wear it.
Okay.
That don't make it a different style.
Yeah.
It's not a different style because I wore my hat out like that. Man, I like
it.
your style. People say this because they don't know nothing to say. Man, I like your style.
But it's really
that's
flavored.
that's not my style. That's just where I wear my cap as a flavor. It's my swag.
What about technique?
And what about technique?
Technique of it.
Technique. Okay. Have you ever had?
Which is kind of like tracing.
No. No. I'm gonna give it to you real good. I'm glad you said that. People get into a big argument on what technique. So I got two ways to give it to you. This is the first way. Have you ever had cheap clothes? What is a big significance of cheap clothes? Or what? You said tear. No. Yeah. Well, but you said tear. It comes apart as seams. It's weak thread. That means no quality. Because they just thread it once and it don't stay together, you move it, it starts busting at the seam. That's the first ideal of what low level. It ain't that clothes didn't look good. It could be like the sharpest suit in the world, but your ass did. You go, oh shit. You go, oh man, I fucked up I moved too much. I didn't know that. High quality. You can almost beat that shit up. That shit's still on there. Yeah, I'm good. Quality means the details of like strength you put in or behind something. The more you practice, they used to say the more you practice, they used to say there's no such thing as perfection, but that's untrue. The word perfect is a French word meaning voila, I'm through. When you finish something, it's perfect. That's what perfect means. So once you start learning what language give you these titles and knowing what they mean, when you say, oh, hey, you finished school? Yeah, I perfected that. I perfected the art of this. I don't have to do that no more. I don't have to practice that no more. I did that. I finished. I got that. I'm through eating. That was a perfect plate to me. That's what perfect really means. Now, the other word is, there's two other words that go with it. People don't know what that is. The one word is called, like I said, is voila. It's French, voila. 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 Like abracadabra. Voila. You know, like I'm done. Finished. There it is. The other word, which is a new word, they about to teach y'all guys this, but they don't know what it means either way. Shazam. That was the other one. That's an Arabic word meaning Shazam, meaning I'm done, I'm finished, I'm perfect. Right? It's supposed to mean something that you finish and nobody know how you did it. That's like miraculously done. Man, he just showed up out of nowhere. He had this. Like this dude said, man, come up down here. I said, man, I'm gonna come. He said, man, maybe we can set up a time, nigga. Shazam, I was right here. Like, damn, nigga, you just right here out of nowhere.
Balls in trouble.
But that's the one ideal of thinking about practicing perfect and finishing. The other one about their ideal of quality. Technique is about quality. So I always use this as the analogy to tell a story. It's the best one I can use. Ready? Everybody has heard of archery. Even a kid don't know what archery is. They ain't never heard the language or the title archery. But if you tell them, I'm gonna play Indians or have a bow and an arrow, that everybody, kids know it, adults know it. Okay, here's the trick about that. Everybody can know what the word of archery is, but that don't mean everybody can shoot expertly or with high quality the bow and the arrow. Now, everyone can pick up a bow in one hand. Everyone can pick up an arrow in the other hand. And some people cannot. You know what I mean by some people?
Yep.
Some people put it in as two. Some people go, shit, it ain't.
That's me.
Wait a minute, I'm almost, hold on, I'm gonna get it. I have it, but then it come off because it's difficult for them to use their eye-hand coordination to have it simply placed in the right place. Now, once they do get there, everybody, most of the people can draw. You know, depending on how strong, again, the quality of the bow is being made, how tight it is, pounds per pressure. So a person who's in archery understands you don't have a weak bow. You need a strong bow so that it sends your arrows faster, straighter. So to have a draw means to pull it back. Now, it sounds simple to pull back a bow, but if you've ever went and pick up long bows and pull them back, it is not an easy thing. It's like you lifting weights and shit. Like you went to it's not that easy. But the concept of drawing a bow is great. Now, let's say everybody got out of that. Pick up a ball, draw it, notch it, draw it. Everybody can release a goddamn bow. But some people still hurt themselves. No, man, it hit my hand. I mean, how do you do it without hitting?
Poor technique.
It's called technique. It's just how to simply hold it right. You know, the release got to be a certain way. But you got it. So now we get past that. So now let's give ourselves a target. That bottle on the second step. That's our, you got to in this view. That bottle on the second.
Oh, I see it.
All right, that's our target. We all here. We all just want to shoot archery today. We picked up a bow. We all got one. We got 3 chances to make it. What happens if I pull this bow back and I let it go and it goes way to the top?
That's poor technique.
It was strong though. I must have been strong as a motherfucker, right? Like I hit it. It went to. Nigga, I went the farthest. It went way up to the top. So overshooting your target is not good technique. It's not good quality. Undershooting is just as bad. I pulled it back. I drew it, and it went right here.
Yeah. I feel that.
We all drawing.
Yeah.
So how do you now look at people and tell them about how they look? Because some people might have a great form. They pull it back, and they just didn't make it. It went to the left or the right, and that's what most people when they dancing, but they don't have any function. There's no quality of where they're going at. But sometimes they overshoot. I hit extra hard for no. Come on, yeah, I know. Wow. And then some people don't hit hard enough. Yeah, that's my style. That's my style. They don't know what style is, but that's my flavor.
Flavor.
And they too low. Now, to get in the range of that bottle, like if you hit it, I don't care if it was really close. The first word come out your mouth when you don't hit shit. When you don't ever make what you're shooting for, almost. That's the closest word. Almost is, nigga, almost got it. That was that close, nigga. Almost is a win. But we've been told almost is not a win. So now everybody think when they almost do shit, that it ain't shit. So they gotta shoot for perfection, which means practice to get it. You know, almost is damn near better than everybody else who was shooting. Almost is good. If you can be certified that you decide to shoot a bow, you notched it, you let it go, and it almost hit, then you did good. And if you can consistently do that, you're gonna beat most of the people you meet. I don't say you have to be the world's best. You're gonna beat most of the people you meet because they haven't even thought of that. The next 5 dudes you go against all gonna stand right here, pull their bow back, and they're gonna shoot so far it's gonna go over the building. And they're gonna say, nigga, I'm strong. I'm bow strong. Hey, you can't hit what you aiming at.
That's what quality of technique. To get it, to get so close. I'm almost there. You don't have to worry about it. And anybody else who's doing anything that is not technical is in motion. So there's a big debate on judging. Do you judge because they dance and they have motion? And motion, movement means choreography. You work on choreography. You work on choreography. You work on choreography. I haven't seen you. You work on both technique and choreography and movement. I haven't really seen yourself out here doing movement. What I saw was movement. Not that I was high, not that it was low or high skill, but it was a lot of movement. You was the Wild West guy, right? Movement. Dancer, choreographer, movement. Not so much as high tech. Not so much as low, but movement. This dude like killed the club we went to the other night. Like, we all win. They look at me because I'm just old. I'm an old nigga, so when I move, the people don't expect the old nigga to be able to do it. Me doing this, me dancing around anybody is there's at least three things.
I saw that last night too in reaction.
Yeah. Because I'm not the one working on. I'm not the one working on choreography and movement. I'm not a dancer, boss. Remember? I'm a standstill nigga. So.
No classes in session. Right?
So while I'm going, I want to move the less amount possible. And if I do move, I want to make it look as sharp, technically high as possible. I can always dumb down. I just have to be able to say, can you come up? And usually when you show a person where you are, they either have a fear of coming up or they try. And if they don't make it, you won. They were almost there.
Okay, where you at?
Me being older, so that's a benefit. Now the reason why it's a good benefit for me is because all the other old niggas can't even keep up. They couldn't keep up back then. They can't keep up now. There's not. I don't even have to hold my brother and say, "But that nigga, he old. He just like you, Dre. But he just got different style." You said he had a different style because he can't do what I'm doing, but I can still do what he doing. That was the problem. The only thing that happened is I did not work on trying to be a clown and do it. See, who's the electric boogaloo? Who do electric boogaloo? Did you do electric boogaloo before? Just a little bit. So to me, electric boogaloo is a amount of movements, which is learning ABCs to get the movement. Once you get the movement, you repeat them until you get pretty comfortable at it. It's not true with animation. Animation is not just how much you do it. It's trying to get the right tempo, technique to get it done. So there's a difference between me doing this. Like you see my hand gonna shake a lot, right? And trying to get this shake. It's a difference between me vibrating and moving. And it's a difference between me going every little increment. And I can still go to the speed, but my hands are going one direction. That's completely different from me going back and forth like that's different from going rocky or vibrating. They all give an effect, but they all use a different set of muscle control. So when I go, I try to show the technique so that when another person come at me, I got enough energy to do way more with my technique than they did because I've studied the technique. So I'm highly technical, but I'm not highly volatile. Like in other words, I'm not doing all the great movements. I used to do kimps and flips and straight splits because at that time that was the thing to do. Now I got older and go, look, man, let somebody else come and do all that. Everybody, they good, they young, they got bones, they bone breakers, they doing some shit. Like, let me just keep on the technique, and when they catch up that, which they are. It's been a long time, but people are now catching up to my areas of hits and my areas of techniques. And like I see your hand there, it was pretty good. I'm jealous of you. I hate you. Don't do my shit before me while I'm here. I'm only lying when I say it because, like I said, to be a hurl, you don't got to be creative. You just have to say, I want to learn. You go do it. You get good at it. And when you get good at it, you can demonstrate that to anybody. The problem is when you demonstrate it, remember that a person's going to give you credit for what they saw you do, not from who you learned it from or who you inspired it. So
lineage.
There's no lineage there, and you don't have to have lineage to do what you do. I got kids who know how to do backs, like they 7 years old, and they can flip. We call them tumblers and flippers in the street. They can do fronts and back off some front. They don't know all the names. You say, do a backhand spin right now. Just go do what you want to, and they do exactly what you was trying to tell them to do, and they knocked it out. Hey, you doing good, and they brave. Like it feel like if you feed a dog a bone, they happy, and I'm gonna do it again. If you give them praise, like that was a good back, they'll go right back out and do it again. Like I'll do another one. Watch. Like, they don't have to know nothing about who was the first person who flipped in that world. They don't have to know who the first person who ever flipped.
Oh, you think so?
Where'd you get your
right?
That's right. Now I started out by saying I didn't really want to hurt y'all feelings because you guys are all dancers. But now I'm going to hurt your feelings.
Let's go.
I have to. The reason why I brought that thing about kids up. Now, I said this to some people before, but I'm going to say it to you. How old are you? Because you look very young.
I'm 26.
You who?
26.
You 26?
27.
She does look super young. You're not lying.
I'm not lying.
You're not
I'm
lying.
not just saying that to like get a coochie coupon or something. I'm saying you look young. I would have swore you was like 17, 18, maybe 19. Wow. Who's younger than her?
We have to improve that.
You younger than her? Not by much, but you still. You look older though. You know that.
Oh yeah.
You going for that, huh? I'm gonna see what
I had a little more, but you know.
I know. I get it. But you're 25.
Yeah.
So out here tonight, how many people did you see in this competition that was like 13 and 15 years old?
I found out one kid was 14.
Really?
Yeah.
One kid was out here. Were they in the competition?
Yeah, the one with the navy blue shirt and the hair.
Yeah, I think I seen that person too. Okay, that's the only person that's supposed to be here. Did you know that? Okay, let me repeat this.
Say that again.
In 74, 75, 76, 77, and 78, all the people who you know you call OG now are all kids. This was a kids dance. And I don't mean any one of them. I even mean the house dances were kids dance.
Yeah, crazy.
All right? Look.
What do you mean kids?
Age limit.
Well, like what age?
Under 17. There was nobody over 18 dancing back in those days. That's
Once you became 18, you had to go get a job and shit.
well, that's great. The great excuse, but what I just say though, you gave a good reason. In the streets, when they tell you they was in the streets dancing, when they tell you that it was at their high school or their junior high school dancing, when they tell you they went to the mall and the police was breaking up because they know they was fighting, they wasn't adults dancing, they were kids. They were teens, nowhere to go, they was dancing. It's a teen dance. It was kids dancing. Now y'all look at kids and go, oh, he's so cute, he hit it. Nigga, you the one who was in the wrong place.
We need more teens out here. We need the next generation out here.
Yeah, you say you need you say you need the next generation, but this dance that we doing from the pop locking to even the B-boys, and the B-boys when they first started, they were kids too in New York. These were not grown niggas. No, nigga, I got the head spin and shit. Yeah. The oldest people who got credit for being old in that era were the DJs, because they were the grown people with the equipment that could afford the equipment to play the music that the other people who were dancing was going to. So they originally was 18. They were 18. That's their job. I want to be a DJ. Get into a club, get $100, $200.
Right.
Or they go to the park for free. But they were the grown people. The adult supervisors were the DJs. That's why in hip hop they get a lot of credit for being the OGs. Oh, cool, heard this, that. That hip hop didn't start like that either. Hip hop started because, okay, right now you and him are brothers. Not that you are, but y'all brothers. Y'all from the same family. Your mama's not that rich. Now, I'm not talking about it, but I'm saying when you the older, so you bigger than him, run out of clothes or you get new clothes, he gets your hand-me-downs. His hand-me-downs fit him, and he got to make them work. Pretty soon, he's putting on clothes that's bigger and baggier that wasn't really fitting him because they used to be yours. That's the story of everybody like that was black, that was coming up from the ghetto version. That's what hip-hop first was. I'm hip-hop now. I'm wearing his shirt. Hip hop. I ain't talking about what we made it as a definition. I'm talking about when you lived it. When you lived it, your cousin grew out of clothes, got fat, skinny, threw some clothes to your auntie. Y'all want some of these before we throw them away, or we gonna do something? And you mend up. Look, you mend up your clothes. You split your pants. What you boys don't split your pants? They patch them up and put patches. All that shit come from. That's what hip hop was. Hip hop was a way of life, of passing and getting and doing what the next person had done. In New York, there's this thing, people always raise their pants leg up to one knee. Why do they do that?
I don't know. Why did they do
why
that?
do they do that?
I used to do that shit.
Did you?
Because
you didn't know what you
B-boy
did,
thing.
but it was a thing to do. Right?
It was just the.
It was a New York thing because niggas used to ride bikes when they didn't have a thing. You don't want the chain oiling up your goddamn inside of your pants.
Oh, that happened to me so many
So
times.
you oiled up your pants, but all my pants got fucked up on this oily ass chain and shit. So then them niggas said, nah, man, roll my pants up, one leg down, nigga. That nigga, I got transportation.
Right.
I can get from point A to point B. That's how that started. And yeah, when they get into dancing, that becomes the styling, the flavor of the next person who come out. See how you do that shit?
Yeah, man. I didn't know why I was doing it. Same with this. This came from B-boys and
I could tell you
the braid.
The braid
It came from like
the one tail in the back.
Yeah, it came from like
I don't know, b-boys in
It was
different crews had it like around the Southwest. I guess it was like a Padawan inspired.
It was like a thing of just style.
What you got? What you got?
It was like I didn't see it as like a hip hop thing. It was like a culture thing that
I'm saying like native.
Hispanics wore.
Yeah,
Certain
true,
black
true.
dudes wore that.
Who wore it?
Like
People with long hair wore it. No bald head people wore that shit. Okay, that's simple as that.
But back in the '80s, they were wearing it was style. It was wearing it back in the '80s with the mini truck.
Like a rat tail.
Yeah.
I had one of those as a kid.
Everybody had. So really, hair is a very strange thing to talk about because it blends with a lot of cultures and geographical places. But all hair basically goes back to girls first. Girls with long hair had to do shit with their hair to do the work they was doing. They either balled it up, rolled it up, planted it up, pinned it up, planted, traded, whatever. And then later, dudes sometimes do long hair, like the story of Samson. And they say, well, if you do this your hair, let me braid your hair. So girls started braiding them niggas' hair, and they go, oh, that look good on you. And the niggas started braiding their hair and shit. And the same thing with cuts and tattoos and every other goddamn thing we do. That's just how it goes. I'm just saying, culturally, that is hip hop. Not the fact that you dancing or that there was a DJ or whatever. It's the way of life. That's what hip hop really was. And when it got to be DJs didn't even know they was creating hip hop. That's what's the craziest thing about it. What a DJ did was play records that got given to them that they could go and afford. And at first, DJs played DJs play music just like the radio, which is a full 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes of a whole song. 2 to 3 minutes of whatever song that was on. Because if the song is great, everybody want to hear the song from beginning to end. When we play Dance Space Good, the one end to the end. Oh, that's a new hit. Next song come out. Ooh, wanna kiss you. It's the same thing. 3 minutes to 2 minutes of whatever song. But what happened is a DJ learning who could dance. I got that song. I got the perfect song for your ass. Wait a minute. I see you. Oh, it's gonna be a bad one. Do it. I know that nigga too. He says, I got this song. He put the when we play dude, and he goes, your turn. And now you like, ooh, I was waiting for that song all day. DJ know my music. That was musical hip hop. Dancing to the latest level, and he's hopping from song to song to please the dancers who are coming in. So hip hop started more on the dancers showing up to give the DJ somebody to play to that's gonna dance.
Wow. Right, it's a lot more, I guess,
the
resonant.
DJ could play and everybody could be listening to music.
Right.
When the dancer come in,
they get
make
light.
a circle. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this on for your ass. And he goes, man, put that song on. I got you. And you say, yeah, we got you. And that was a synergy going on. Now, New York got known for party
I
DJ
understand.
culture. And
It's
that's
kind of
the
like
thing.
oppressing them.
LA didn't get known for that at first.
So
But the difference between LA and New York, East and West, is New York is built up on itself. Buildings upon buildings and projects. They build up on themselves.
I appreciate
They
it.
right there. And every building has an outdoor park or a park that's central to that little neighborhood. So the DJs will go there. You got a story building, so many flights up, next story building, so many flights up, and they all community, they don't know each other and shit. Until somebody is hot and they break a fire hydrant and they go out there and run in the play, and the DJ get in the park, he play his music. He don't gotta have flyers, he just play his music, and you can hear the music. And you like, hey, they playing music down there, and you run down, what they was doing, and then whoever was dancing. So the DJ got word of mouth without having word of mouth. They got known as superheroes in their area. They had the equipment. They didn't have to pass out no flyers and tell people to hope to come. They just play the music, and people come down, and the police might say, close it off. That's how easy it was. Here in LA, you gotta I'm gonna be in Hollywood. Oh shit, man, I gotta take an hour to get to Hollywood. I'm gonna go over here, man. It's gonna be 3:30. I don't know if I can make it.